Is this Toker?
No, we've already played Toka.
Yay! Is it the same Krang song?
No.
Oh. No,
wait,
it is.
Yeah, it is.
That's the one thing I've always loved. I hate Krang, but he's always had the same song in every game. You're gonna die.
Yeah. Let me.
Oh, that's nice. You can't jump kick him?
You can't, just not when he does that one move.
Can you just back off?
Oh boy.
I don't want it. I didn't want to hit you.
No, that's fine. I didn't want to hit you either.
Ah, damn it! There it was. All right.
Oh boy.
I'm on my
He's
last
got a
life.
mallet.
Oh no!
Can you kill the legs?
Yes. You can kill both.
You have to kill the legs.
No.
I think you only have to kill the top.
Oh my god, I'm almost dead. Take him out. Take him out.
Oh, Mikey, you shouldn't have stood there. You took a hit.
It's all right.
No, I'm okay though. I still have enough life.
I'm invincible! I hate Krang. I think he's the lamest
He
thing.
just gets
the
gets
fucking Utrom. Suck my nuts.
But now if we die, this is where we continue.
Oh yeah.
And it is Super Shredder.
That's what I thought.
Yep, there's the TCRI
This
stuff.
is-
Boom.
TGRI.
Yeah, the movie
I know.
in the comic book.
Well,
it was
that's what I'm
TCRI.
calling it.
And there he is, Kevin Nash.
And he changes
The
his
only
gun.
problem is he's not taking himself out with a pillar.
Ow.
Oh, I didn't realize our life carried over.
Yes, it did. And I'm pretty much dead.
Don't get hit.
No, it's easy to avoid that.
He looks badass though. I've
does.
always loved Super Shredder.
And in this one, he's actually kind of like...
Are you kidding? I was gonna say, this one's easier than the fucking regular Shredder.
No, he's not.
Oh, I didn't realize you're almost dead.
I am. I got one peg left.
Well, don't leave it to me, please.
I'm trying not to. But don't let him come over to me.
I mean, it's
Oh,
not
boy.
like I have much of a choice.
Nope.
Ah!
Oh, he went right for you. Oh boy.
And I'm trying to avoid you so you don't get hit by
Oh,
something
I
I'm
see.
doing.
Oh boy. Oh boy, no!
Ow! I didn't know you could hit him while he's doing that.
Yeah, you can. No, that's it. You should die. Die so
I
that we
should
can do
just
it
die.
together. We
No,
gotta do
power
it together.
trip this.
Power
It's
trip
out-
it.
Power trip this.
Power
It's a one
trip.
peg and then use your
Power
special skill.
trip! No, power trip. Power trip together.
Never.
When is power trip ever together?
I know. When has that ever been a thing? You just...
Oh, Super Shredder, you got this.
Wait, is he voting for the bad guy?
Come on, Super Shredder! Don't take it! Take him out! No! Damn it!
More points?
I think I. Oh, you don't get points for him. So you still
Lame.
didn't even bridge the gap.
Lame. He should have been worth 100,000, 200,000
Should have been. Shoulda, woulda,
Coulda,
coulda.
woulda, coulda. Lame ass. Wow.
I like how it just sinks right back down.
Oh,
Now they have to go back under and reconnect all those pipes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, farts. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
How long was it? Hour and 10 minutes.
254. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Turtles 3.
Turtle.
And they spell Michelangelo wrong.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Why
not,
does it
it's
keep
not A-E-L. It's
Turtles?
It's,
Is it EL?
H-E-L.
3? Is it
There's
the
no name.
Manhattan Project or just Manhattan Project?
I think it's just Manhattan Project. No, the Manhattan Project.
God damn it. You son of a bitch.
Yep, sorry.
The Manhattan Project.
Here, let's see. Hold on. Nope, it's, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the Manhattan Project.
Sweet.
Dirtbag.
Don't
Mother
fuck you.
Mouser. What?
Call
no,
me a dirtbag.
No, Dirtbag. He was on the screen. Leatherhead. AKA Leatherface.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Razar.
Turtles 3 Mutant Nightmare. What the hell is that?
We got Shredder. Toka. AKA Toker. Krang. And Kevin Nash as Super Shredder.
See, he had the baby turtle ability too.
Boo, boo.
but you guys never got
Yeah,
hit by
no, we
it.
didn't.
So
Who did?
he Super Shredder could do the baby turtle thing as well.
Oh, I didn't think he. What move
did.
would have been?
I think it's
It was like a
the
fireball. It was
Hadouken?
like a
I think-
Hadouken.
Yeah, I think that's the move that does it.
What did I say this was? Or you said it was hour 12?
Hour and 10 minutes.
Hour 10. Not too
Yeah.
bad, actually.
No.
I mean, for a beat 'em up.
I mean, we only continued, I think, once.
Yeah.
So,
It's not bad.
it
Not
held on.
bad.
And I closed the score gap.
You did, I guess.
Multiple times.
I mean,
times,
as
and then
usual,
some.
I beat the game. I beat
As
Shredder
usual.
in the second one. I beat Shredder here.
Yeah, so we'll just say that it's...
I like how it directed by is not translated.
I'll take 40-60.
No, 65-35.
All right, fair enough.
70, 15, 15.
60, 65, 25, 10.
Just for being here.
Yeah.
Moral support.
Just for being there, you get an extra 10%.
Presented by Konami.
Oh, Konami.
TMNT3, the Manhattan Project in
I thought
the
this one was Ultra.
bank. No.
None of them were Ultra?
No, the first two were Ultra.
They were published.
And
by
then
Konami,
and then
though.
they went and then they just said screw it. It's just
Yeah,
it's
fuck
Konami.
it.
It's one of our flagship titles. So
I do like the way this one starts with the...
I'm pretty sure that come the Super Nintendo era, which was around this time, so 1992,
Yeah.
they didn't have to hide under the banner of Ultrasoft anymore.
No.
Yeah.
They just said, fuck it, huh?
Yeah. They were just they were Konami.
Nice job, dude.
So yeah.
So that's TMNT3 in the bank.
That is
Manfattan Project.
Man Fattens.
Nice job, dude.
Yeah, good job to you too. Thank you for killing Shredder for making it so that
We didn't have to suffer
I
through
could,
that again.
I could participate. We would have started right at Super Shredder.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you, and I didn't want to risk it. So as usual, Andy saves the day.
Uh-huh.
I'm all right with
he
that.
didn't do it right though. He wasn't down to one hit, so
No,
It's true.
it doesn't count.
It was close.
But I did kill him with. Did I kill him with a special, or did I just give him a smacking?
you
I stopped paying attention to
Smacking, I think. No, you did hit him with a special. It was like a 5-hit special, and then that's what did it.
Oh
4
my
or 5,
god,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty righteous. Pretty righteous.
All right, so let's get into it. What would you give TMNT3 for a difficulty?
So for a difficulty,
I don't even know what we gave
mean,
the second one. To be
I
honest.
honestly, this game is definitely, in my opinion, it is the easiest of the original trilogy.
Yeah, I'm even willing to bet. I'm willing
Yeah.
to say that as well.
Yeah, but I will say that if I had to give it a difficulty, which I do, I'm gonna say like a 4, maybe.
Well, we gave TMNT2 the arcade game a 4.
Did we really?
We did a 4
Oh.
for difficulty and an 8 for fun.
Oh, well then I will give this game a 3 for difficulty then, because it is, yeah it's definitely not as hard as the second one
It
is.
doesn't seem like it.
No.
Oh, hey.
And you can even, what?
There's an options mode.
You did codes. Yeah, you could start with 7 lives.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Difficulty.
Oh, and go to
easy.
the final Technodrome.
Wow.
Oh wait, Spaceship 2, Spaceship 3. Oh, it's Spaceship 3 is
Yeah.
the final one.
Holy
And then there's a
crap.
sound
Interesting.
thing. Yeah. Never knew about that
So.
as a kid.
But yeah, I'll give it a 3 just because you've got there's an easy way to kill all the enemies. I think
Throwing
they make it easier in this one because there is an easy way to kill enemies in the second one, but it's much easier to perform it in this one because you just hold down and hit the attack button.
Yeah.
To do that throw. It kills a lot of enemies in just one hit. You get the most points doing that, therefore you get 1-ups pretty regularly and pretty constantly.
Yeah,
Even if
we were
you're-
getting quite a few 1-ups.
Even if you're playing 2-player, you're still each making a lot of lives. If you're
Yeah.
playing this 1-player, I rarely have I ever used to continue because you're gaining so many lives just from your score going up naturally.
I could see that.
The enemies are not terribly difficult. They do get difficult, but like for the right reasons when you get like overwhelmed or outnumbered. So it's very easy to kind of like take some hits when you're surrounded by 3 or 4.
Like with those eyeball dudes and then those foot soldiers
And the blue
around you.
the blue
yeah.
foot soldiers. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that's when it was like, well, now you got to
But-
focus on one thing or the other.
But to me, that's difficulty for the right reasons.
Oh, 100%.
Because, and that's the way a beat 'em up should be.
And it wasn't cheap the way they were doing it. They were
No,
like-
none of the bosses seemed like they were cheap. They had
No.
great randomized attack patterns. Like I don't think that there was really a way that you could tell like what they were gonna do next. So I mean, it didn't feel like they had this like set pattern that you just followed.
right.
But still, at the end of the day, super easy. Just in the sense that it's point A to point B, you've got continues, you've got a pretty forgiving life bar as well too.
Everything looked like it took off only one hit.
Yes.
As opposed to some beat 'em ups where things will hit you by more.
Yes.
There's a couple enemies I think that do like 2 or 3
I don't
damage
know.
per peg.
No.
Per hit.
Nope.
Not that I ever
No,
noticed.
not that we were encountering. Not even the bosses would. It may have looked like that because we did a special attack and then got hit by
That's possible too.
Yeah, so then it looked like we were losing 2 hits.
And I think if we smack each other with a special, it was taking off 2.
Yeah.
It wasn't just 1. But yeah, nothing ever seemed like it was taking off more than 1 actual peg.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, in that sense, like your your hit points are super forgiving.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Even with the scarcity of the pizza placement felt at the right spots.
It did later game.
Yeah.
First half of the game, there was hardly any pizzas, but then it's like they came at great times that you did need the pizza.
Usually after a sub-boss, which some games we've played in this era, they'll throw the health pickups at the dumbest spots.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 did that, where throughout the entirety of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, there was only like 2 areas where there was an actual pizza pickup.
Yeah.
This, they definitely learned from it. Later in the game, they had a lot more of the pickups, which
makes sense.
timed.
I mean, the levels were longer,
yes,
obviously, as you go farther. So it was not bad. They did a good job with of giving you the pizza at the time you needed it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like in this one how when your health is at 1, you can spam the special.
Yes.
I've always hated in beat 'em ups where your HP's at 1,
and then you can't use it anymore.
then you just can't use it.
Yeah.
Because it deters you so bad from ever wanting to use it, period.
This one, it encourages you, like, hey, you've only got 1 life left. And I'm pretty sure that the instruction booklet probably has a comment about that, too. Like, if you're low on life, that's when you should use your special attack.
Because it's like high risk, high reward.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're hoping that in the time that you are using it and trying to get your, like, maybe you'll get a 1-up as a result of, of using it.
And I've always liked too in these games, like when the bosses flash, because it always gives you that sense of urgency. Like, yes, he's so fucking close.
Well, there's a lot of times where then I started like I knew I only had like 3 or 4. I only had 3 or 4 pegs left, but it's like, oh, well, he's flashing, so that means that only a couple of hits. So all right, let's start trying
power
to hit.
Through.
And it even delineates too from like they've got the bright flashing and then that matte flashing too, where it's almost like the pink flashing, so you can even tell where in their life bar they are at that point.
Yeah, I've always liked that.
So yeah,
I guess we're kind of bleeding into fun.
We are, but I was 3 for difficulty. It's not a hard game.
You're right. Even with being able to hit each other, it never felt that detrimental until we were hitting each other with specials.
Yes.
During bosses.
Yeah.
So it's like it wasn't nearly as bad as I was anticipating it being.
No.
No, I thought we were going to be a lot worse.
And it was pretty nice too, in the sense that when you do use your throw attack, you don't throw your fellow turtles. You just take the hit for it. That would have been
if we could have thrown each other.
That would have been a whole nother level of difficulty and just friendship shattering mechanics.
I'm really surprised that they didn't do a turtle game on the NES with the 4 score. To be able to do a 4-player
to do
turtle.
all 4 players, yeah.
Yeah, now that I think about it, that is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Granted, I mean, even just this one, 2 players, there was a significant amount of slowdown.
Oh, so can you only imagine 4?
I mean, technically...
I think because you can only have so many... You can only have so many enemies on screen at a time, so it's like, why have 4 turtles when you can only then have, like, say, 2 enemies at a time? And I think the bosses would actually get overwhelmed with 4 players, to where it's like the bosses would have been a joke.
Yeah.
So I can understand that.
Because, I mean, technically you could play Friday the 13th. Or no, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes,
with
4 players. Yeah.
I don't know how the hell you do that.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, it would be a little chaotic.
Yeah, it totally would have.
But yeah, so we'll go into fun. What would you give this game for fun?
With that being said, that we gave TMNT 2 an 8 for fun.
Yeah.
And I know that there's going to be debates that some people think that 2 was the better one, some people think that 3 was the better one. I absolutely adore TMNT 2, the arcade game. But I truly do think that this one took everything that was great about the second one and they improved upon it
Which
with
makes
this one.
sense, you know.
And so I am going to give this game a 9 for fun.
Wow.
I am going high, not perfect, but this might be one of the quintessential beat 'em ups on the Nintendo that needs to be in everybody's collection. This is such a fun game. You have a great assortment of boss enemies. You've got everybody's favorites like Bebop and Rocksteady, but
Toka,
you've got Toka, Razor, who were basically, this game came out in 1992. Those Toka and Razor were created specifically for the movie, which came out in 1992. So I mean, they were
91.
Oh, 91.
It was a year.
So this was like right on the heels of that, but you had Super Shredder, you had Krang, you had Token Razor, you had Slash was in there as well too. You even had some mini bosses as well, Dirtbag and Ground Chuck, which were guys that were from the the toys came out of them, and they were from the cartoon. I think 1 or 2 episodes of the cartoon. So I mean, there was such an assortment. You made the comment about the animations and how unique some of those animations were. For you get stuck in a barrel, you fall,
getting smashed different ways. Because you got the flat one, and then you got the accordion style one, depending on what hit you.
Yeah,
you fall.
The burn animation.
You get the sand in your eyes, and your character actually rubs his eyes like I've got sand in my eyes. So
Getting bit by the mousers.
Yeah, everything was so unique. The controls are pretty good.
Yeah.
Very fluid. I didn't have any problems with them. I love the fact that this game doesn't deter you for using your special attack.
Yes.
It's very easy to use. It doesn't punish you. Yes, it makes you choose while you still have a life bar whether or not you want to use it, because it does take a peg off, but once you get to that one peg, like we said, you just spam the hell out of it for as long as you live, and it doesn't, you've got it forever.
Yeah.
The music was just phenomenal.
Konami,
I loved Konami. This was one of their strong titles for that.
Yeah.
Graphically speaking, yes, it was 1992, so it was later game, but honestly, great graphics. Each level felt unique in its own right. It put you into different environments, and honestly, the turtles looked beautiful. The bosses looked absolutely gorgeous. Everything was just spot on with this game.
Yeah, each turtle felt unique in terms of their specials and their attacks and stuff like that. I was gonna go the other direction. I was gonna say 5.
For what? For fun?
I'm just fucking with you.
We're about to throw him off the couch.
Because I'm actually almost thinking about maybe 9 is actually too low, because now I'm starting to think like what would have detracted this game from getting a perfect 10, and I can't honestly think of anything. Maybe in the fact that it doesn't give you as strong of a challenge as it could have.
The story's good. I mean, it's a good story to it.
It's a decent story.
I mean, it's a common beat 'em up story. It's not nothing. At least it has one. I do enjoy the cutscenes between the levels, so you know what's happening. You know why you're in this environment.
Yes.
As opposed to some games where it's just you just travel from thing to thing. And you're like, how did I get here? No, this one actually kind of tells you why you got here.
Yeah.
So
even down to the fact that they're vacationing in Florida, so you start on the beach, you get onto a ship or on your surfboards to a ship so that you're heading back to New York. It's like it literally makes sense, like story wise, the levels. Like
that's a long hike from Florida to New York on a surfboard.
Well, obviously it's not going
on a submarine.
Obviously it's not going to.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant. They get the skateboard to get to the ship, and then they're on the ship to get back to New York.
Yeah.
And then you get abducted by the ship. I don't know why. I don't know.
I think it could have been better.
I think he needs to sit on the floor for the next game.
I
want your honest score, you asshole.
To be perfectly honest, I kind of would go with the 10.
I'm almost thinking the 10 because really isn't anything that.
The only thing I could say that detract would be the slowdown, but that's a common issue with this era.
But to be quite honest, we had
it's not as
2
bad,
turtles,
but...
and we had like 4 or 5 enemies on screen at one time, and that's when it really got slowed down.
The worst is on the Technodrome.
Yeah, so I mean that's a lot of enemies on screen. Yeah. That's a lot of stuff on screen for it to slow down.
In terms of beat 'em ups on the NES, there really weren't. Well, there were quite a few. I mean, you had Renegade, you had Target Renegade, you had Mighty Final Fight. You had this. You had TMNT 2. You had the Double Dragon games.
Battletoads.
Battletoads I wouldn't consider
that
yeah,
a
that's
up.
not necessarily.
Battletoads are a beat 'em up.
Well, it is a beat 'em up, but not in the traditional. No, it's more of
no. The first level is a beat 'em up. Guess what? The rest of the game is a platformer.
Oh, that's true. Yes,
Yeah,
it does
I
move to
guess.
platforming, especially like the Revolution.
The fact that you have a health bar is irrelevant. It's a game that poses as a beat 'em up.
Yeah.
It's a fucking poser, man. No, I would say this is about as perfect of an experience and as close to an arcade experience as you could get on the NES.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because as we all know, beat 'em ups in this generation are not great.
I'd say like this and Vice Project.
They were very
two standout.
They were very limited in what they could do on the NES, but this one, I mean, it was Konami, and you can tell that even though. Because, I mean, this came out the same time that TMNT 4 Turtles in Time came out on the Super Nintendo.
Right.
So they were still devoting a lot of, like, strong teams to their, like, to the old Nintendo. And I think it really shows.
To be there are beat 'em ups on the SNES and Genesis that don't play this well.
No, of course.
We played a couple of
Rival Turf.
Peacekeepers. Rival Turf. I mean, they are so slow and so shitty, and to a lesser degree, Final Fight. I don't like Final Fight very much, but
I didn't care for the first one as much as I used to as a kid. But 2 and 3 were pretty.
Like
good.
Streets of Rage, I think was good. I like the way Streets of Rage played as a beat 'em up.
Yeah.
But even then, like Streets of Rage, even kind of felt a little stilted compared to this. This felt fast. It felt frantic, which a beat 'em up kind of should. It should have that degree of like franticness. So, and I honestly would agree with the 10.
And this game, I mean, you can play it and enjoy the hell out of it 1 player, but 2 player, it takes the fun to like 11 at that point, because it still works perfectly 2 player, but you could do it 1 player or 2 player.
And I would imagine
there's not many games like
that. Shredder's Revenge probably plays equally as well, and I'm actually looking forward to trying it at some point.
Yeah,
I would love to play it on here.
Yeah,
to play. 3 of us have played.
Got it on the Switch. I've got the digital copy of it. So I
think that would be a hell of a lot of fun to play 3-player Shredder's Revenge. Play through that. I don't know how long it is. Is it about the standard beat 'em up length, or is it pretty long?
It's pretty long.
Really?
I think it's like 15 levels, but the levels are like 7-8 minutes apiece. But so I mean,
River City Ransom, that was another beat 'em up. I forgot about that one.
So, but I mean, if you're doing it in 1 sitting and everything, I mean, 3-4 hours at least. Oh, wow. So I mean, that's pretty long for a beat 'em up.
Yeah.
So.
But yes, I'm.
But
100%
I would say that this.
say
I'm okay going with giving it a Power Trip 10.
Absolutely. I think this is the 3rd game we've given it.
This game defines what beat 'em ups were for the genre, especially on the Nintendo. I think
the 4th game we've given a 10 to, sort of 9.5 really. For Super Mario Brothers 3, you gave a 10. I gave a 9.
Yeah, because that actually is a 10. So you were wrong
Bowl,
on that one.
You gave a 10. I gave a 9.
Best football game on the system.
Yeah, that's a 10.
Guardian Legend, we both gave a 10.
Yeah.
So this is
I would say that this is in line with those games. Like Absolutely. This is one of those titles that it's like if you only had 10 or 15 games in your collection, this has to be one of them. Especially if you love beat 'em ups.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Yeah.
Everything you said is 100% true. There's really not much you can fault this game for.
No.
Like I said, slowdown's like the only thing I can think of.
There's a good variety of enemies. It's like, sure, you kind of meet the same ones throughout the whole game, but at least there's enough of them.
But there's foot soldiers, so you know what you're getting into, because it's like the turtles, like those were the main enemies, were the foot soldiers. So you had different.
Well, even then, there's like a dozen different types.
There's like 5, 6, 7 different types of foot soldiers.
Even the rock soldiers.
And the rock soldiers,
4 different versions.
And then there's the space guys, and then there's the little egg guys, and then there's still
mousers.
Like there's a whole bunch of variety in just the basic enemies,
which is insane for a beat 'em up. I mean, you even look at Streets of Rage, there aren't that many different types of enemies throughout a level.
No.
So this one, it
really does. Yeah, it's I give it
surprising
that perfect 10.
To me a little bit.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting.
I wasn't going into this thinking we were going to give it a 10, but honestly, it really doesn't have any faults that I can see.
Not really.
So
it's pretty crazy to think about. We're both caught off guard.
Yeah.
Well, now here's the conundrum. What did you pay for TMNT 3?
So this one is a conundrum. So I had this one as a kid, and so I didn't pay anything for it. However, this copy I paid $8.99 for, because I think I saw it for $8.99 and thought, damn, that's cheap. So I picked it up. I paid $4 for the box at one point, and then at a Midwest Gaming Classic, I paid $10 for the instruction booklet. So
Paul, by the way, has 3 copies of this game.
I do have 3 copies. I don't know where the third copy came from, but I have 3 copies of it. But the one complete copy that I have, I would have paid about $14, $15 for it, and then the loose copy I paid $9 for.
All right.
So
as of this video on pricecharting.com, it goes for $32.50.
That's not bad. But...
Now, would you say that that's worth it?
I am going to go ahead and say yes, it is. I think that this is one of those games that at $30, if you want it card only, you are getting your money's worth. You're getting a great game, decent length. It's over an hour if you know what you're doing, and if you only have to play through it like once, not like with continues and stuff. Great soundtrack. Great beat 'em up. It's got great controls. Honestly, you think about it in terms of when this game came out back in the day, you would have paid $40 to $50 for this game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would say as long as you're under that, like, what it was when it first came out, I would say it's justified. I'd say this game is definitely worth it.
Plus, the Konami code works.
It does.
That's right. It does bring you up to an options menu.
Yep.
That's what that's what
it's a
that
sound
menu
test,
was.
yep. But you look...
Was this on a collection?
This, I think it was part of the Cowabunga collection.
I think it was part of the Cowabunga collection. It had all of the original Nintendo games, the Game Boy games, and the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis games.
Really?
Yeah.
That was all of it? I thought for some reason it was only the Game Boy games. What was I imagining? Oh yeah, that's right. The Cowabunga collection had like everything.
It had all of the original games.
Yeah.
Yeah, NES arcade,
and that's
arcade.
probably
even the
that was
arcade.
probably
All
what,
the
like
Foot Clan.
$40,
$40-$50, yeah. I guess nowadays there's a lot of different like.
There's a few ways to play this.
Yeah, but still, even with the Cowabunga collection, you're paying $40 for it.
Was this on the NES Classic?
Yes, I think so.
So I'm gonna say yes. It is worth it for the $32.50.
If you want it on the original hardware.
If you want it on the original hardware.
But there is a lot of different ways that you can play this game still.
I think it'd be a better value if you got the Cowabunga collection.
Oh, sure.
Because then at least you'd have everything at your disposal.
13 games in there.
Yeah, that's...
I think that's a better deal. If you're going to spend $30, I would go for all of them. Because I think even doesn't TMNT 2 go for quite a bit?
I think that's a $15, $20 game, too.
So, I mean, even just those 2 games alone is worth more than, and God knows the Game Boy games, isn't Radical Rescue expensive as fuck?
Pretty expensive. It's almost $100.
Yeah. So, I would say it's yes if you want it on authentic hardware.
Yes.
But if you just want to play the game, I would go for the Cowabunga collection.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, as you're starting to get up higher, you kind of have to start thinking in terms of, is it, I mean, it's a beat 'em up. How many times can you really play this before you're just like, all right, like, I get it.
Yeah, but still, though, this is a game that every so often I would come back to just because I have so much fun with it.
You're talking to the wrong person for that. How many times has he played DuckTales?
Oh,
or Jaws? That's not a defining factor for him.
That's true.
I think I want to play Jaws after this.
I know you are.
I'm all right with that. Because I weirdly enjoy you enjoy playing it. I get weirdly zen watching it. And I hate that I do. Because that game has grown on me. But
it's such a stupid game.
It's so stupid.
So stupid.
So
still somehow not as stupid as Jaws the Revenge, though.
But 10 seems worth it.
I think so.
Yeah.
The value, yeah, the 32, you're right, probably better for collector, for authentic, but yeah.
But still, if you want to play it on the authentic hardware, Nintendo, get thrown into your nostalgia, you're not going to regret paying that much for it. You're going to get your money's worth. But yes, there are now in the days of like compilation discs and compilation games, like there's better ways to play it.
Yeah.
More affordable.
Holy fuck. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters.
Yeah, that was a
Oh
late.
my God.
That was a late release.
I forgot that was on the NES.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at the price.
I know you were. That's why the oh my God.
We'll get to that when we get there. But yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
That'll do it for TMNT 3.
So 3 for difficulty, 10 for fun.
10 for fun, baby.
And this one is definitely worth it.
I would say so.
Definitely worth it. So we hope you enjoyed our walkthrough, our playthrough of TMNT 3, that we put our true teamwork to the test.
Who did it better? I think I did. I think I played better.
Yeah.
I can't say that.
Yeah.
I did all the work, and then you were there to reap the rewards.
That
as per
is
usual.
not true
That's
at all.
100%.
Well, we'll just leave it this. Who fell off the elevator? You win.
So remember, you can always send us comments, emails, suggestions at nespowertrip@gmail.com. And don't forget to check us out on iTunes and Spotify.
The
for
PTG Powercast,
Yes. And you can watch all of our other playthroughs, our Nintendo games as we traverse through the collection. You can watch our side quest material. You can go to powertripgaming.tv. It'll take you right to the channel. And yes, please subscribe and please comment. Please comment, because we truly do appreciate each and every one of you, and every comment that you make. It just kind of brings a smile to our face. Even the negative ones, we enjoy it.
Because they make us laugh.
They do.
Oh, we didn't bring him down. We should have brought him down. We could have shown off the card.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We will for a future episode.
Okay.
We will.
Because it really means a lot to us.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
So next time on Power Trip,
Will we play something better?
We'll play
Cowabunga!
We'll try to cowabunga!
We'll play something.
We'll play something.